Welcome back to Dean's Dustbin. Here we are on day 4. We've had the chair sitting all night, so the stain would be finished. Now that it's actually dry and I can start working with it again, we got some more things that need to get done before we can actually seal it. So that's our goal today. We're going to get a few things done over there to get it to the prepping point of sealing it, and hopefully have that sucker sealed up by today. Because that's, again, another hurry up and wait scenario, but part of the process. So let's get into today's build. Alright, so we need to talk about something. I said at the beginning of this build that my goal was to make this thing look 100 years old. Now, that made me give up my wood screws, and here's the reasoning. Fun fact. Currently 2021. Did you know that the Phillips head screwdriver and the Phillips head screw were invented roughly 1940 by a guy in Portland, Oregon, right? So that means my construction idea for the 100-year-old thing behind me wouldn't have Phillips screwdrivers and Phillips screws. Problem is, flathead screws are flat out bullshit. They suck. And I didn't want to do it. Thus all the hammering and nailing. At this point though, I'm sorry, I gotta break it. I'm gonna say we're not going for 100 years old anymore. We're going for, we'll call it 75-year-old thing, because I need some Phillips wood screws to do this. So we got right here, we got our metal strips for the arms so that, you know, our victim can get electrocuted down through the metal here. The wood screws I'm using, actually, I'm salvaging these. I salvaged them from the doors that those came out of. So, score, it's a freebie. So I'm trying to just kind of see where I think I wanted to go. And there's no, again, rhyme or reason. We're going Hillbilly Deluxe on this thing. It's going to a haunted barn, and I want it to be like it's, you know, the right, proper thing in a barn. But I think we got a pretty good mark on them. I'm going to just see if I can't, probably not from the way I'm sitting, see if I can't just throw this through. Nope, sure can't. Dammers. Alright, try again. There we go. Alright. The one thing too, I know these have been salvaged. They're a little bit shiny. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to come in with a little bit of my paints, just like I did with the brain bucket and painting those up. I'll paint these up so they aren't shiny anymore. But that's the idea with here. We'll get these down. Again, I'm going for 75 years old, not 100 now. And I'm actually really pissed about that. You know, here I am, trying my damnedest this entire time to use nails, try to go all, you know, primitive and stuff. And then I get this point and I'm screwed. It's kind of funny that I'm screwing things right now. But it just, I can't see it working any other way. So let's get this in real quick. You know, the one thing I don't own that I really wish I did, I really need to buy one of these days an electric screwdriver. Something that could actually just drive this thing in instead of using the old power method of using your forearm. So that's either going on my Christmas list or what have you, but that's definitely coming. Because if I'm going to keep building stuff, and as much as I prefer Phillips head wood screws over anything, sounds like it might not be a bad investment for me. And of course, after all that effort, looks like God hates me. So there's a bow here, which means it's off down there. Instead of throwing a Tourette's rant right now, I'm just gonna cut it, fix it. We'll be back after I'm done. I'll just have to pull that out and yeah, we'll be back in a minute. Here we go. All painted up and ready to rock. So basically, here's where I'm at now. It's gonna be one of those hurry up and wait scenarios again. I needed this attached to the chair so that now I can seal it. I am going to be using a polyurethane clear satin from Minwax. I don't want this thing to be shiny, so that's kind of where we're at now at the end of this day. We're going to start staining it, or not staining it, sealing it. I will probably start work on the brain bucket too in the process, so I guess what we'll do is we'll just kind of go from there. So, yeah, this part's done. Now we move forward. Now there's one last part to this chair before I seal it up. I don't feel like it's distressed enough. So what we got an axe, got a wood chisel and a hammer. I want to kind of gouge out some parts so that we see the raw wood underneath. Adds another layer of color. Adds to the aesthetics. So, no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. I'm just destroying what I built. Makes no sense, but hey, it's how my brain works. So, it's going to start looking like this, and then eventually it'll look like this. If I can actually snap really good. Okay, try it again. Take two. That. Now, I don't know. Let's grab this sucker. Let's see if we can, you can see, well, kind of, you know, took out chunks there, took out chunks there. There's some scarring. I don't know if it can be seen very well. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, butt plate's got some scars on it now. Again, my goal was to make this thing look beat up and old. It's gonna be a barn, so not supposed to be pretty. Now at this point, we just got to seal that sucker. I can't do the last parts until it's sealed, so let's get that starting, and after that we'll start working on the headgear. So obviously part of a electric chair is we need some way to strap you down, right? I mean, that's in all the movies. I mean, I've never been in an electric chair or been on death row or anything like that, so I'm just going based off movies, right? Anyway, so what I ended up having to do is I went down to ye old Walmart. Was able to find 5 matching belts. What we're going to do, because they are brand new and I don't want an old looking electric chair and new looking straps, is we're going to run them through the bandsaw first, make it easy cut, separate them. And then I'm going to take my little mini blowtorch here, and then we're just going to kind of work them up. I did a little test run, you can kind of see what I did. But the idea, just to distress them, add something to it. A little bit of flavor, a little bit of character. So we're going to do that real quick, and then we'll move on from there. So while we're drying coats of sealer on the electric chair over there, I'm going to start by modifying my brain bucket. Sorry about losing that footage. I guess I got to a point where I was turning on the camera, or thinking I turned on the camera, but I was turning it off, and then when I went to turn it off, I was turning it back on and recording being just like walking away and stuff. Yeah, being really mindful of that today. Anyway, so we got the finished brain bucket, and we have our leather straps. Basically all I'm doing for the brain bucket, I drilled 2 holes inside there, and it's pretty simple. Just gonna thread a bolt on through. Take the belt and a wing nut. I don't know why, when I think of the brain bucket, I think wing nut. I could be completely wrong about that, but hey, it's my build. I can do whatever I damn well please. So we're going wing nuts. Get it down tight. Do up the other side. How's your day going? Mine's going okay. You know, chilling out here in my garage. People walking by. Kind of look at me funny. Really happy the kids next door haven't wandered down yet and seen what I'm doing. Again, I know I'm the weird neighbor, but at the same time, you're just like, I don't want to damage the kids. Because I'm not good at lying to kids, so it's going to be like, hey, what's that? I'm making a throne. Like, I don't even know what I would tell them. Probably should actually think about that because that may end up coming up. We're not quite done yet, so there's a chance one of those kids might come by, look in the garage, and see what's going on. So, anywho, so now we got the brain bucket with straps. Now, I got lucky. I got a buddy. He's a professional electrician. Called him up, asked if I could find some conduit wire, because the hardware store, the shortest cable length I could find was like 50 feet. I don't need 50 feet. I need like 6. So big shout out to my buddy Jeff Cook for handing me this over. This was going to be thrown away by the electric company. So we're going to throw that down inside. Got a giant washer to hold it in place. And we're just going to screw this sucker in. Maybe if I put it on the right way. Oh yeah, that works a heck of a lot. Yeah, a heck of a lot better. And tighten her up real quick. Okay. And we got a brain bucket. Yeah. So now, not really able to do this very well, but now we can strap the victim in and go there. And the one thing too, back to the whole color blindness thing, but if my friends have any ability to do some wires, I think it'd be really cool since we got the hole running out. Put like a strobe light in there, flash down, get a really cool effect so that, like, you know, like, ah! And there we go. So now we got a brain bucket and a conduit wire. That's going to be attached at the end to the back of the chair. So now we just got to wait for drying time. Hooray! Alright, now that the sealant is dry, it's time to add some of our special features. Let's start with the downside here, or downside, the legs. So let's just get this thing finished off. And yeah, I had to switch to the Phillips head screws. I couldn't figure out how to do it the other way with nails. I didn't like it. So instead of the 80 or 100-year-old, we're going for 80-year-old. So technically now I can use them. Just had to have contention. And then my plan is, just like I did with the other ones, we'll paint them to look rusty. Hide the fact that they're silver. We got one set on. I actually think this is actually coming together pretty dang good. Not bad for a bunch of 2x4s or 4x4s and 1x4s. Or as we stated in the first episode, 3.5 by 3.5s by 1 by 3.5s. Because for some reason, we can't be told the actual size. Like it's a mystery. I digress. Anyway, yep. The devil is in the details, and thankfully, I am extremely detail oriented. In order to get the brain bucket to hang over properly, we need some support back here. So now that things are sealed, I have a couple more boards ready to rock, and these are going to be what holds up our brain bucket. So first things first, let's make sure we get them level back here. That one's good. Alright, tell that one needs to come down a lot. That's good, and so right about there. Let's drive it home. Make sure this didn't shift on me. Oh, come on. Right there. I am not doing well today. Could be the hangover. Who knows? Let's try this again. Go in the bar. So not only do we have one here, I got a secondary one here that's going to be mounted a little bit lower. So let's get those mounted up too. So my neighbor who just didn't want to be filmed just helped me, but so took the conduit, wire hosing, strapped on the back with those, and now the brain bucket is attached. So that means we're done. Let's take a look. So yeah, here we are. Dean's Dustbin officially built a prop electric chair. Honestly, not the first time I've been strapped down, so it's actually not that bad. Kind of comfortable, not too bad. Now we just gotta load this sucker up and take it out to the client. Let's hope they like it. So, let's head on out.